Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. I thought I would sit down and do a video for you guys and gals, but let me give you guys a bicep shot first. Oh, Mount Biceps. Got those tricep veins coming. All right, let's get over, let's talk about this. This is something that in my 25 years in the iron game, and my well over a decade of making content, coaching, all of this stuff, that I have invariably found to be true, and that is chasing motivation kills your gains. In other words, people who obsess over motivation, who are always looking for ways to get motivated, always looking for that new hype, who need a hype man, okay? If you need a hype man, you're not gonna make it. In fact, you shouldn't be focusing on that. And look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having one. Having a gym buddy who will hype you, sometimes a coach who will hype you, workout partner. Look, having that little bit of external validation and motivation can be valuable from time to time, okay? It can be useful, and I don't want to downplay that. Sorry, my nose is itching a little. Keep that in. I don't want to downplay that it can be nice from time to time, but the problem is that when people become reliant on it, okay? Does anyone think that that's the key to success? In other words, all the people who are really successful year after year after year after year, do you think they rely on that? Do you think, we're not even talking about training or fitness, we're talking about anything in life. What do all of the best experts in the world tell you on everything, the best advice? You have to be process-oriented, not outcome-oriented. It means you fall in love with the process. Also means we establish habits, okay? Motivation is fleeting. You can only dig so deep. And here's the thing. We're not always going to be motivated, okay? I mean, deadlift is my favorite lift. Today was deadlift day for me. I got up and did some heavy deadlifts on camera. I love deadlifts. I can tell you there are days when my posterior chain or deadlift day gets here to where I get up that morning and go, I sure as hell don't want a deadlift. But guess what? We don't need motivation. Same thing with your dieting. You know, let's say that you are needing to diet, you are working on losing weight, and you're like, oh man, another meal of chicken and vegetables. See where we're going? Do you really need to be motivated? No, of course you're not motivated. But when we set goals, what do? We rely on our habits, okay? When you set goals, the strategy should be, what strategies do I need to develop? What habits do I need to develop to do this? Because we don't rely on motivation and willpower. Like, again, people say, well, you just need more willpower. Yeah, 9 out of 10 times, those aren't people who've been successful for a decade straight, I can tell you that much, who are telling you that. Because what happens when their willpower fades? They fall off. Not about willpower. It's about discipline. How do we get discipline? Discipline comes through habits. Like, discipline is not something to where you get up and say, oh, I'm just a disciplined person. And nobody is a disciplined person from birth. How do we develop habits? By doing them. In other words, if you bench press every Monday, train your chest every Monday, and it's not optional. Okay, this is my chest day. I do it whether you don't even worry about motivation. Don't even worry about, oh, do I have the right playlist? Oh, I forgot my wrist wraps. You know, all this nonsense. My workout partner's not going to be there. No, you get in, you train. Okay? Here's what happens. If you just consistently set the habit of, I'm going to bench press every Monday, no matter what, even if you go, I barely have time to make it to the gym today. If you want to establish habits, you don't push it down and go, no, I can't make it. Nope, barring an accident, emergencies happen. We don't do that. We get in and do what we can because it's Monday. If your schedule says you bench press every Monday and you train chest, get to the gym for 10 minutes, and if all you can do is squeeze out one set of bench press, and you got to be out of that gym in 15 minutes because your schedule got destroyed, running late, you go and you do one set of bench press. Even if you had a full hour-long workout with 15 work sets scheduled from your coach, you do your one set of bench press and you get out. Why? Because we're establishing the habit. Part of your fitness journey, you've decided that you start every morning off with a high protein breakfast because that's what's helpful for your body composition. You do that every day, even if you don't want to eat it. Okay? Oh man, I don't want to do these egg whites or protein shake or this chicken breast that I do every morning. No, you do it. Even if you don't want to. Why? Because you establish your habit. Okay? The habits are what build discipline. Okay? So I want to be clear. If you don't feel like going to the gym or your schedule's busy, but Monday is chest and bench press day on your schedule, you get there and you do it. If it's a 10-minute workout, if you do one set of bench, go in and do it and leave. Because you build the habit. Habits are what get us to our goals. It's consistency, even if they're not always our best effort. At least you did it and you maintain your routine and your habits. Eventually they become second nature. Eventually it gets to a point to where the idea of not bench pressing on Monday is a foreign concept. The idea of not eating a high protein meal for my first meal of the day becomes a foreign concept. You can't imagine not doing it. And when you reach those points, you no longer rely on motivation. Stop chasing motivation. Stop chasing hype. Stop chasing the new thing. Build your baseline habits and stick to them no matter what. If Monday is your bench press day or your chest day, you find a way, barring an Armageddon or a hurricane or tornado stopping you, barring that, you get to the gym and you do it. Even if it's not your full workout, even if you don't feel good, even if you need to take a deload day and use half the weight you normally use, you do it. Okay? This allows us to bypass motivation because now we just work on habit. And when it becomes habit, we'll do it forever. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.